world, the problem is everyone is attempting shortcuts. That's the reason why you have this problem of moral turpitude, scams and all that. I think we need really a long-term solution to this. Of course, we can have innovative ideas, but then we really need long-term solutions. So awareness, maybe we have to make it as part of the curriculum. As the literacy increases, I think people should know about insurance. We find a good increase in the literacy rate in India, but then that is not translating into financial literacy. That's the case in cities as well. So I think that's an important area we need to keep in mind. On the short term, we need to understand how to use catchy medias like films, television, satellite channels, which are quite prevalent now even in rural areas. How do we use them? Then the rural institutions like panchayats, which have a good hold over the people of the rural areas. So I think that's something we need to keep in mind. The second, as far as accessibility is concerned, today there are a lot of institutions which are present in the rural areas, like banks, commercial banks, cooperative banks, self-help institutions, microfinance institutions. How do we piggyback on them? Many of the insurance companies have tied up with banks and other institutions, and we are doing bank assurance. But then the full potential has not been realized. Hardly 5 to 10% of the potential of the banks have today been realized, and we need to do a lot on using these institutions. Third is, this is what I would call as long term, we need to develop an individual agency force in rural areas. And today we are talking of unemployment in rural areas. Agency is a profession which gives employment to the particular community. The person is from that community. We train him, make him as a good agent, and definitely he will be able to sell to his people, and he will earn a livelihood, and that will be a permanent insurance mechanism in the particular community. I think that's something we need to try it out. And maybe we should bring in technology here. Technology should assist him so that he is able to issue documents, service. I think that's how we need a human face to technology. Technology as such, it's going to take 100 years if technology alone is going to be used on a standalone basis to do financial inclusion. There's one method which we adopted in United is adopting villages. When I say village adoption, this is quite often used terminology. When we say village adoption, what we do is we select a village. We go to every household and tell them about insurance, explain to them about insurance. We also select 5 people in the village, make them as agents. Third thing we do is we have a package product which covers their assets, covers their cattle, gives them an accident cover, gives them a health cover. So we sell this product, which is very economically priced. And if they can't afford to pay, we find sponsors to pay. So that's how we make the whole villages insured. I mean, we have done that in a few villages in India. We intend replicating it. Of course, it's a long term. It's not something which can happen overnight. In addition to that, we also participate in the development of the village. Because then there's an acceptability. We move with government institutions, bring in infrastructure. So this model, we have found it to be very successful and long-standing. This is something all the insurers can try, and that thereby we can make much more inroads into the villages. Another interesting concept which United India has done is we have micro offices, one-man offices across the country in smaller places. One of our employees sits there, or one of our agents sits there. And he takes the message, because today insurance officers are available only in maybe taluk headquarters. It has not gone below that. So we take this to much smaller places.